Greetings, everyone. My name is Wayne Jacoby. I'm the Director of Global Education Motivators, an educational non-governmental organization that works with the United Nations. I'm here to talk with you a little bit about the Student Conference, the Student Leadership Conference on Development at the United Nations. It's held annually in New York at the UN. This year, it's going to be held on February the 19th. It's an all-day conference with international sites connected for pretty much the entire day. And around that component of what it is that we're doing, I wanted to address it, especially for high school students, to know that this conference is on topics that are chosen by high school students. It is a conference that is run entirely by them. This particular conference connects them to their peers in different parts of the world. This is real-world experiences, working across cultures to broaden perspectives about the world that students live in, and in the process, really help prepare them for that world of tomorrow for them. Connected to it, the conference this year is held on Monday, February the 19th, and it's the topic of climate change. And it's the effect of climate change on the Sustainable Development Goals. In the process of running the conference on that particular day, students that are at the United Nations will be there in one or two capacities, one or two roles. They would be leaders and run their conference, or they would be delegates, and they would be there related to the task of putting together a final plan of action from their perspective related to the topic. And this year's topic on climate change, reversing it related to the effect on the Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs, is something of major importance to high school students. And it is because this is what they chose for this particular year. And on that day, the student leaders, high school student leaders, will run the entire conference in an official United Nations room. They will be in conference room 11 this year, microphones interconnected with students around the world, with regional sites active with them all day long. Sites like Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, Mexico City, Mexico, Makati City in the Philippines, Chennai, India, and students ages 14 to 19 will have already been working together across cultures on Facebook and on Google Doc, online drafting this actual plan of action that they will be working from. In the process of this evolving over 4 or 5 months of time, as a former high school teacher, I can't imagine a better way to empower young people to really believe that they're part of the solution to problems in our world today. And the best way, we think, to envision it and really believe it for tomorrow is to use it in conjunction with the Sustainable Development Goals. This is a conference. If you cannot come to it on February 19th this year, you can still register with us and be in it through the webcast application that will be used and seen around the world via this particular conference. The conference on February 19th is the culmination of moving from a draft of a plan of action that they started previously and making it their final plan. It's a youth plan, every single word, from beginning to end. When it's done, the leadership comes back to the UN again, or they connect by video. And in the Secretariat building, usually in one of the boardrooms, that's the location where they usually are for the formal presentation to the United Nations. And their document is usually handed to the United Nations Envoy on Youth, who then proceeds to take that document and critique it and react to it, and it gets shared in and around the United Nations. When that presentation formally is done at the United Nations, when it's over, the UN envoy will leave. We stay in that room, and we stay connected to high school students that were in the conference in the beginning, and we talk about, okay, what next? And when we are there with them thinking about what is next, the high school students decide on what the theme will be for the following year. One year it was on happiness. Another year it was on urban development. This year, again, climate change and its effect on the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals. And what will it be next year? Migration, human rights. Everything that we do in a program like this is connected to making a better world for young people today. So it's always connected to the UN Sustainable Development Goals.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jose Soto, and I am a staff member here at Global Education Motivators. I'll be talking about the Facebook piece, as well as the rest of the social media piece and the Google Doc portion of the Student Leadership Conference on Development. So on the website, www.gem-ngo.org, you will find the main page for the Leadership Conference on Development. It will be on the top right-hand corner of the website. When you click the link for the SLCD 2018, you will be taken to the main page where you can find access to the Facebook pages and the Google Doc. So this year, there are 3 sub-themes. As previously told, the main theme this year for the Leadership Conference is climate change and its effects on the Sustainable Development Goals. That is broken down into 3 sub-themes. Sub-theme A, educating on the realities of climate change. Sub-theme B, climate change and scientific solutions. And sub-theme C, migration caused by climate change. So your choice is to follow into one of the sub-themes and participate in discussions on the Facebook page. The Facebook page links can be found on the website, gem-ngo.org, and following the links there, you will be taken to the group of your choice on Facebook. You will request access to the group, and once you're granted access, you have an opportunity to engage in discussion. So in there, you will find links, you will find questions, challenges, and different ways where you can interact with the students and leaders, as well as myself and other staff members at GEM, who will be interacting with the people from all around the world working on the same sub-theme. So from there, we take a lot of the content, a lot of the discussions that were brought up, and we work towards the Google Doc, which you can also find access to that on the GEM website. If you click on the link on the main page, a link on the right, that'll lead you to the Leadership Conference on Development. Towards the bottom of the page, you'll find the Google Doc access link. So leading up to the conference, this Google Doc will be open for editing by the editing team, the leadership team, and throughout the conference itself, we will be on there active, adding content, removing content, and editing the whole document. This will be done by the high school students, not just in the United Nations headquarters at the time, but input will be received from the students all around the world participating in the conference. From there, then this will lead towards the development of the official plan of action. If you have any questions or if you need help, any assistance, feel free to contact us. Our email will be listed, as well as finding us on the Facebook pages. You feel free to communicate with us, and we will be there active every day to help you through this process.